Okay, so we are live, and let me go and connect the Telegram as well. So we are live on Telegram as well. This is good. Okay, now let me see. I need to turn on the comments. There's an option to see the comments from TikTok. I was told that there is a way to do it. So I'm going to live monitor. There is a way. So it says live monitor. This is good. And I hope you guys can still see me. It doesn't kill the live monitor. Okay. So can you guys leave me a comment and let me know in the comments, can you guys see me? Meanwhile, I'll start taking comments from Telegram, and we have a lot of people live. If anyone wants to talk, you can raise your hand. We can do that too. Okay, so I think I've pretty much done my part. Okay. Now let's see if someone could confirm you can hear me or not. That would be really helpful. If anyone could confirm that somewhere. Okay. Duck and dive. You can talk. Okay, thank you, Mary, for confirmation, which means it's all good. Okay, Mustafa wants to talk as well. I'll give you a turn just after Mary. Okay, and I can see TikTok comments as well. That's awesome. They have confirmed they can hear me too. 19 viewers on TikTok. Okay. Yes, Mustafa, you can talk now. Okay. Mustafa went silent. Mani, you can talk. I've unmuted you as well. 3 unmutes and 0 luck. XRP looks like it's in a bull flag. Maybe. Let me check if that is the case. Can you let me know on the time frame? Which time frame are we talking about? That you're seeing XRP being in a bull flag? I can confirm that then. Is there a way to check comments? My God, I hate this multi-screen thing. But I mean, it is holding the support area of 2.7. So as long as that holds, we are all in a very good case scenario for XRP. Okay. When you say bull flag, I think you're talking about weekly. I do see a 1. We had a bull flag previously. It did go up, and now we are seeing a smaller one. So yeah, I would say that. Okay. And I'm seeing purchases of my books from Mary and Angel. Thank you guys for buying the book. We can't see you. You can't see me because I'm not available on Telegram. You can see me on YouTube because I'm on YouTube, TikTok, and where else? On Facebook. I'm pretty much live everywhere. I didn't turn it on Telegram here because if I do that, then I'm holding the mobile phone in my hand. The camera angle will be a bit weird. You will be looking up my nose. That wouldn't be good for you. So I'm trying to avoid that. Okay, let's see. Me too. Okay. So let's see what are the comments. There are so many comments. Past 3-4 months. Okay, past 3-4 months. Can Bitcoin bounce? Yes, Bitcoin can always bounce. If it captures the area of 112, which is if it lives above 112 for more than 2 days, then Bitcoin is going to go towards 115, which is our area of interest. If it is not able to capture 115, it is going to dump again. All of this will be just a fake out, and none of this will be real. Then again, this time maybe we will go towards 107, then 102 or 100K. All that will happen, and it is going to be a bit tricky in a sense that what do you call it, October, the end of September is not that horrible. While it looks like that it is horrible, but it's not that horrible. To be very frank with you, historically, the way Septembers have been, this September is not that bad, which puts me in a difficult position because it makes me think that most probably we are going to see a dump in the month of October. So when October starts, there is a possibility that we are going to experience a bad start in October, and then maybe the ending would be juicy and nice, and then November will be all good November. Of course, October is famous for being October, but I think September is staying too nice. That is making things difficult because you need to understand that if we are not bleeding much, there is not going to be that much room for us to pump. And we have already seen that when retail doesn't have crazy amount of funds, then even though you can have October, November, December, we saw 2024, still Ethereum was stuck at 4,090. So that pretty much dictates, okay, when the funds are missing from the market, even though we would like the market to go bananas and go crazy, that is generally really, really difficult for the market to do. So this September is still pending. We still haven't captured 112 for more than 2 days. So all this small rally that we are seeing, I don't want even to call it rally, but it went from 108 to 112. So the small rally that we are experiencing, most probably all this is just a fake out, and maybe we will close September in red. Can anyone check the numbers of opening of Bitcoin for me? What was the opening price of Bitcoin? Or I would just check it for you, and then we can pretty much say how September would close. Let me check if I can find the opening of it. 1 second. This is 1 week. Let's go to month. Okay. So it looks like the opening price of September was 107,500. Yeah, September is still closing green. So even if it closes at 109, it is going to be a green September. So yeah, it makes our October definitely difficult. Okay, there's a question by Andy. Shah brother, what do you think about Mental, MNT? Mental, I haven't looked into it deep. I'll do it today. Let's see. I have checked MNT once, I do remember, but I don't remember its fundamentals. So I'll just check it right now. Mental. Okay. So this thing has 3.2 circulation, 6.2, 50% of inflation is still left. You are asking about it because it is pumping from previous 90 days by 200%. Okay, not bad. And it is pretty much staying up. So the performance is really good. I mean, from the start of 2023, when it was launched up till now, at least it is only going up. $5 billion market cap, that's pretty big. And I would assume it is inflating from the start of it, but let's see what the hell does this project do. So what is Mental? Modular blockchain using optimism. Okay, governance token, Bybit integrated liquidity chain. Okay. Okay, that explains the overall rally. Combines optimism rollup with Egan layers decentralized data availability. Yeah, MNT replaced BitDAO, Bits token through one-on-one conversion. So now basically, Mental is representing your Bybit, I would assume. So if it is an exchange coin now, it makes it easy. Bybit is a very what do you call it? Respected exchange, as it has as it has a massive reputation in the overall exchanges space. I think that is going to really help MNT, and MNT can continue to do well. And it is pretty much the exchanges time anyway. If you look at BNB, if you look at I think it was BitGet, and then we saw another exchange. Pretty much left and right, a lot of exchanges, they are doing well back to back. So from that perspective, if you look at it, MNT should do. And Bybit is not a bad exchange to begin with. You can pretty much argue that Bybit is the second exchange after Binance. When we are talking about global level, we cannot talk about Coinbase. Coinbase is not global. Coinbase is trying its best to be a global exchange, but unfortunately, it is not. So, considering that it is not a global exchange, uh, at least at whatever level it is, I would say that from that perspective, if it is ranking number two, Mental is in a good state, and I mean you can pretty much see it in its chart. It is doing well from the time of its launch. It has gone pretty much up from 50 cents all the way up to 1.7. That's crazy. That's crazy. And it has inflation, but I would assume that the inflation is slow. I don't have the inflation information right away. Anyway, it's an exchange coin, so treat it the way you would treat any exchange coin. It will be slow. The progress would be made, but it would be done in a very slow manner. So be really calm with MNT. Don't expect anything crazy. It will go up, but it will take its sweet time. Okay, Aisha, you think Dodo is still worth for the hodl? Oh, Dodo is always worth it. Dodo can be slow, but you need to understand that Dodo is like the way I always talked about Cake Coin. Cake Coin, from the time they introduced deflation, and I started supporting Cake. That was end of 2023, or I think somewhere in the middle of 2023. Same is the case scenario with Dodo. Dodo can take its sweet time, but it's financially extremely stable project. They have no more inflation left. All of the inflation of it is dead. It is sitting at a rock bottom. It's just only a matter of time that that project starts going up. So whenever it is, it will go up, and it's projects like this that you buy and you can sleep at night, because they are not going to go down 95% on you thinking that okay, this thing is going to go down. I mean, it is as down as it could be. So we can't say much. Okay, last comment from Telegram, then I'm going to TikTok again, and I don't think there are any comments from YouTube. No comments from YouTube. Okay. And I don't think there is something from Facebook. Anyway, so the outlook on Banana Coin, I think you're talking about Banana Coin, which is Banana Gun, which is used for buying shitcoins. It's a good project, but the thing is that there is only so much room for growth, and you can't do much if the overall volume of shitcoins is reduced. Banana Gun, if I recall it correctly, it is massively used on Ethereum launches, and these days the volume has shifted to BSC. Previously, it was on Solana, and there was a bit of a mix of traffic of shitcoins on base chain as well. But Ethereum is not that not that well with shitcoin launches these days. So Banana is famous for that. When we talk about buying shitcoins on other chains like on Solana or others, they have their own bots. I mean, you have Bonk coin sitting solely for that, and then you have so many other bots to buy shitcoins. And for sniping, you can use banana gun, but I mean, there is only so much room for the growth. So when it comes to banana, its future depends on one single activity. Unless they expand and they start doing something else, there is not much room for banana to grow. It's not banana's fault. It's just that if someone is selling carpets, you can't compare them to Apple. Apple is a tech company. They can expand. They did try to make cars, so they have room to grow. But when we are talking about carpet seller, they don't have much room to grow. Same is the case scenario when it comes to banana coin. Okay, can Bitcoin bounce? We talked about it. BTC to where, in your opinion? My opinion is simple. If it's not getting above 115 or at least stabilizing above 112 for more than 2 days, I would expect BTC to continue to go down. I need some kind of confirmation on the support area that BTC is stable before I could start singing songs for the upward journey. And stability above 112 is missing. At the same time, it's not touching 115 either. So all that stuff is missing. That pretty much dictates that we are dealing with an unreliable environment for bullishness. When will the big decline start? I think big decline is delayed. It will not start anytime soon. I was expecting that the yield of Japan, the interest rate hike on Japan will happen. Japan is trying to fight it back. Everyone is trying to print money to deal with the liquidity issues. China printed, I think, around $800 billion in their own currency. US did 300, 400 billion as well. Everyone is trying to delay the obvious. So I think they are delaying it for next year. So we are going to have last quarter reasonably green. I wouldn't call it mega bull cycle or altcoin season or any of those sorts of stuff. Maximum bullishness that I can tell you would be what you saw last year. That's my extreme positive aspect of it. Even with that kind of bullishness, I would be a bit hesitant, but I don't want to lose followers. People like motivation and bullishness, so I need to I need to spread cheers. So last year, what you experienced is going to be the case scenario this year as well. Same level of bullishness, same level of rallies in the coins. That kind of bull run is what you will expect. And decline, I think next year is pretty much programmed for it. You're going to see decline next year because rate cuts and everything is happening, and they're not having any impact as they didn't have any impact last year. We didn't see liquidity coming back to stock market from big boys. We saw Warren Buffett investing, but what, 8 billion, 10 billion, 15 billion? He's still sitting with $300 billion. I think liquidity from a lot of people that attract, not just Warren Buffett, all of that liquidity is still on the sidelines. Can anyone hear anything in VIP? Really? Ah, my God, he scared me. I got scared that people cannot hear me on Telegram. I have a channel called VIP. That's where they can talk with me, but today they're shy. So, yeah, so I think the overall environment is not that good or not that amazing. So next year we will talk about it when next year comes, but not this year. And this year we should stay hopeful that nothing happens to Japan and we don't see any war again, Israel attacking Iran or Russia this time intervening or doing something. Because I did see some social media posts, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that there is a nuclear energy deal signed or to be signed between Russia and Iran. If that is happening, that is pretty much going to be a case scenario where Russia needs to protect energy program of Iran, this time from US to attack. You cannot stop US because what US has, those planes cannot be stopped. But at the same time, what do you call it? Uh, Once you attack, after that they can at least retaliate. So it's not that they can have any kind of mechanism to stop those planes, but it will lead to an issue. But I'm not thinking of any of that happening. I'm just saying that let's hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, do you do mentoring? I think you know my uncle Imran. I don't know. I do mentoring, but it's really expensive, and I might know your uncle. Uh, uh, it's difficult. Someone messaged me and said, "Hi, this is Shah," and I thought he was mocking me. So people have names. There's so many people with common names. Generally forget, and that person who was Shah, he was actually brother of a very close friend of mine. So I do apologize if I know your uncle, and I'm not saying that right now. Okay, any thoughts on GMC coin? GMC. I know GMT. What is GMC? Let me see. GMC is GM Cash. Oh, this is rubbish. Yeah, this is untracked. It's a shitcoin, it looks like. What are your thoughts on Polkadot? Polkadot, I have marked Polkadot my whole 2023 and 2024. Actually, I talked about Polkadot spending millions on marketing and failing with it. And I'll go and check my Telegram. I actually have a recorded history of Polkadot's spending on their marketing. They spent, I think, $83 million or something, and they still couldn't produce any results. That was so horrible that I couldn't believe that they actually went and they did that. How the hell do you search in this thing? Archive statistics. Oh, for the love of God. I will search. Just give me a second. I will give up very soon if I don't find it. But Polka dot marketing. That's 2 years old info, at least I think. Polkadot marketing. $80 million. They spent $80 million in marketing. They spent a massive amount of their treasury fund on marketing, and they were not able to push Polkadot. And that's one of the things that I generally tell people, that marketing is not some what do you call it? It's not a magic pill. It's not a magic pill that is going to solve all of your problems. Just go and throw money in the marketing and press those buttons and run ads and pay all these influencers. It's going to help. Polkadot is a living example of it. They have spent $80 million on marketing, and the only thing that has happened is that they have only performed worse than they were performing before. It's just unfortunate. Polkadot is a good project. I have a YouTube channel on which I make educational content in animated form, so it's a bit exciting. You can go and watch what is Polkadot. I'm covering 100 coins there. What is Bera chain? What is Arbitrum? I've explained everything there in under 5 minutes. So if you look at Polkadot, the tech is really good. Technology is really nice. The problem is adoption. People are not that inclined, both from the perspectives of developers and users. So when you're dealing with a situation like this, where people, they don't want to use your technology, and you have the best technology, then you're dealing with a dead end case scenario. You also said that stock market was going to dump. It did dump, unless you come to me when the market recovers. And then you say it didn't dump. It dumped twice this year. One time $3 trillion, another time 2 trillion. One time we blamed DeepSeek for it, another time we blamed something else for it. There is always something we blame, but at the end of the day, people, they take an exit, and then others who are stuck, they look for a reason. Like if something bad happens to you in life, you will go and you will try to find a reason. If you're not able to find a reason and you're religious, you'll pretty much blame it on God. You'll say God is unhappy with me because I stepped on some mosquitoes, I committed some sins, I'm paying for it. We try to rationalize things, but at the end of the day, things sometimes are deeper, or maybe there is nothing to rationalize. But when it comes to stocks and other stuff, I think if those who have massive amount of funds, they're taking an exit from the market, I think they know what they're doing, and that is exactly what happened. Anyway, let's see. There's a question in Telegram. Shah sir, can you please share your thoughts on Ampcoin? Ampcoin, I'll look at it. So many projects that I keep on forgetting about. Amp. Oh, its full name is Amp2. What the hell? Oh, it's from 2021, 2020, September. Damn it. And it has only gone down. And at least it has reached closer to its full inflation. Only 16% is left. Market cap is 260. And what the hell are they selling these days? What are they up to? I'll check that. Meanwhile, I'll go for, where are the questions? My God. Normally, do you use phones to trade? Yes, I have 4 mobile phones. I actually ended up having fifth one because I purchased a Z Fold 7. So I sent one to my mother. So I'm back to 4 phones. Okay. AMP. AMP is a Ethereum-based decentralized protocol that acts as a collateral for instant verifiable transaction, primarily securing payments on networks like Flexa. Flexa itself is not doing that well. Collateral as a service, Flexa integration, staking mechanism. Yeah, there's not much meat to bite on. So when you're dealing with AMP can pump, you have projects like SNX, you have projects like Apex, you have projects like ICP. They go down to shit, and then when the market is green, they start going back up. You need to understand, if a coin goes down from $200 to $2, you're talking about a crash of more than 90%, maybe 98%, right? But the moment that coin again goes from $2 to $6, you're talking about a pump of 300%. So everyone on internet, they start singing songs that, look, this is the best project out there. It went up 300% only in 7 days. Uh, so people look at what is happening right now because they have these things around their eyes, which generally we see in South Asia and other countries. They use it for horses and donkeys. They cannot have an overall perspective that this thing has dropped from $200 to $2. You just want to sing the story of $2 to $6. Same is the case scenario with AMP or other coins, whether you are talking about SNX or something else. That's how they pump. So if you are holding AMP, it will pump when the market is green. If everything is pumping, it's only natural that AMP will pump too. But that doesn't mean that AMP is a project that you should hold for a long term, unless you go and check that they are changing their overall direction, they're changing their journey and experience, and things are going to improve. Then I would say that, okay, you can go for AMP. Otherwise, what I'm seeing, what they're doing right now, it's not It's nothing crazy. They're using Flexa. Flexa has connection to 41,000 stores in USA. Now you need to sit and think, okay, they're integrated with Flexa. Flexa is using the transaction of 41,000 stores. But I mean, it's 41,000 stores, and are they all using, are these all transactions on crypto? And does it really matter? There's so many questions to ask. So, I mean, it's not reasonable to go for. If Flexa itself had been big, like when you see XRP army fighting over, they're saying that we are the new Swift, So they're talking about trillions. But when you are talking about Flexa, it's a very small thing on its own, and AMP relies on Flexa. If they had expanded, things would have been different. Okay. Now there's another comment. Radio silence on my end. AMP, should we still be holding Polkastarter? Yes, Polkastarter. It's a decent project. Again, rock bottom. These projects, they tend to live for long, and Polkastarter is actually also a launch pad. They exactly know how projects perform, how to improve a project, and it's one of those projects that realize that they're dying as a launchpad. They revamped and they started doing other stuff on the side, something that CGPT did from day one, and that's why CGPT did really well. Polkastarter, they fought for their launchpad for 2-3 years. I think they were in Lisbon, Portugal in 2023 towards the end. They took training from Chainlink. Chainlink has this founders get together where they educate people on how to run their projects. They got training on that. They're trying really hard. So, and that's why, I mean, if I'm sharing something in VIP for a hodl, please understand that I know that project the way the creator of that project knows that project. I pretty much know that project in the same way. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother sharing it. If something is risky, I would never share it. For hodl, if I do, I would mention that it is risky. Hi, you normally use phones for trade. Okay, where are we going with XRP? Nowhere. XRP is stuck between 2.7 and 3.3. That's your range. You can trade and enjoy. XRP price prediction after the ETFs in November. A pump and dump case scenario, ETF doesn't matter much. You can see what ETF did to Ethereum. It got stuck. It couldn't go to all-time high of 2021 till November of 2024. And after that, in 2 months, it crashed to 1300. So I didn't see anything nice that happened to Ethereum. Even when we talk about the performance, Ethereum has only gone up what $200-300 from its all-time high of 2021. It's really horrible experience and performance of Ethereum. But of course, people want to sing songs again from $1,300 crash to 4,000 or close to 5,000. We want to sing that song instead of seeing how it has actually performed. Because if you compare it to other projects, if you talk about BNB was at 650, 660, and then it went to 1,000, 1,100, something like that. So it almost doubled from its previous all-time high. Solana did a bit well as well. From 260, it went to 300, so at least another $40 or $30. So people did try to go above its all-time high by a bit, but not many projects actually did that. Okay, thoughts on Asta? I wouldn't participate in that. It's manipulated to the extreme. We did traded that in VIP 3 times, one time, and today we hit a SL. 2 times we did 30%, 35%. One time we did 25%. We have made money on trading it, but apart from trading, I wouldn't touch it for holding. It's so manipulated that it's a time bomb that you are sitting on pretty much look at hype, how it went to 55, then crashed to 40. You're dealing with something like that. Is it too late to get into BNB? Yes, it is too late to get into BNB. Unless you want to do a 2x in next 5 years. 5 years would be decent. Then yeah, start collecting BNB. But again, don't buy BNB at current prices. I would wait for BNB to come down to 600. 600, 700, I would start making entries there. I wouldn't buy BNB at these prices. Okay, big decline start next year. This year it looks pretty reasonable that last quarter will stay green. Okay, any thoughts on AR? Well, today we are all about technicals. If I knew that, I would have brought my staff. Now I have a lot of analysts. I'm expanding dramatically. Okay, they cover different time zones. Yeah, almost all time zones. Okay, AR is Arweave. And this thing is how old? This is from 2020. Yeah, May 2020. My God. Every time it has pumped, it's lower than the previous one. So, and it's pretty much at the same price it was in 2023. Yeah, this looks horrible, I would assume, because of inflation. It has fully hit the inflation, okay. So no more inflation, at least that is a good thing. Now, let's see what do they do. I've forgotten about it. What is AR? Okay, let me go and check that. But before that, how is this possible? I have 28 people on the live and I'm not seeing any comments. This is impossible. I mean, not on TikTok. TikTok is a larger number, I assume. I see 51 viewers, but I don't know. I think top viewers, it doesn't show me the number. Anyway, but at least on Facebook and YouTube, there are people. So why it's not showing comments? Maybe they are not commenting. Privately talk with the host. I am the host. Demo, welcome. Anyway, I don't know. Okay, Arweave, decentralized storage network designed to preserve data. So you're talking about competing with coins like Storage, Filecoin, stuff like that. It's a blockchain like Blockweave. Infinite storage, pay once to store data forever. Nice. Token driven economy. Yeah, the thing is that again the space is limited. There's not that much room to grow. And at the same time, just a second, I have to let my analyst know he has started sharing coins list. Where did he go? I would like to include today's video. Should have Swift coin, SwiftTC, something like that, and SNX. Yeah, please include. Okay, so there's not much room for growth when it comes to Arweave. It's dealing in a most competitive environment. When I say most, because you are talking about storage, and storage has a lot of projects that are doing the same thing. And I don't know how many people are actually using crypto storages, because when we talk about hosting or storage, whatever term you want to use, even Amazon is fighting for it. So it's one of the most competitive environment. For Arweave to survive, they really need to do something exceptional. If that is not the case, again, you are dealing with a project that doesn't have much room to grow. So it's really difficult. And just like I said before, if the market goes green, it would pump just because of the market, not because that it can do something on its own. Okay. Now let's look at other comments. Stores, it's like a file coin. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at TikTok comments. Can we take entry into algo? I mean, depends what you want to do. If you want to buy algo for like 20-30%, yes. If you want to buy Algorand for 300%, no. Exit price for XRP. Whenever you see XRP pumping this time and you see it around closer to $4, get the hell out of it. Even if it goes after that to $5, uh, I wouldn't stick around for it. You normally use phones to do charting? Yes, it's because I do this on daily basis. I pretty much remember levels and everything, and on top of it, for secondary reasons, I have analysts with me. If I'm looking for something on a different timeline, I can go and look at the chart they have produced for me. And this is a phone that can open up, so it's a bigger screen than you think. So it's this big. Anyway, are you familiar with 4-year cycle in Bitcoin? It's fun. And this was a thing, but 4-year cycles for altcoins or crypto or all that, it's not there anymore. Uh, if you are familiar with the 4-year cycle of Bitcoin, you should also be familiar with the concept that Bitcoin never creates all-time high before its halving, and it did that last year. And there are so many other things that shouldn't happen, but they have happened. Every other indicator that was there, that you go to Moon Boys, they will give it to you that after 160 days of halving, Bitcoin rallies or market rallies or altcoins rally. Uh, Pick all those indicators, none of that has happened. And the reason for it is simple: the market has changed. If you still don't realize it, now every coin is on its own. Now it's not a hold hand and go together with daddy. Those days are gone. Now, if you don't learn crypto and you don't understand what you're dealing with, you're pretty much screwed, because you will see coins pumping left and right, but there will be individual coins, there will be few coins, and you will be left behind, because what you want is to buy some random coins and wait for the bull run. That thing is gone. Those days are gone. You will get some profit. Like I said, you can get 30%, 50% on a brighter side. But now 99% of crypto is garbage, and I'm being kind. It would be 99.9% because there are over 10,000 coins. But those concepts are dead. Buying from top 100. I mean, top 100 will fuck you up. Look at Om Mantra. This year it collapsed from $5, $6 to 20 cents, 30 cents. It was multi-billion-dollar project. Overnight it crashed. Uh, yeah, examples left and right, picking from top 100 blue chips. I don't know, these people who are joining crypto from stocks or they're joining from Forex, they come with their own terminology and bullshit, and they try to sell you that. But at the end of the day, like I said, if you haven't realized it yet, you will realize it painfully eventually in 2 years. That now buying coins randomly is not going to work. Now you need to know which coin to buy and why. And your answer should not be that let's buy SU. Why? Because BlackRock or Grayscale has invested in it. So that is not going to help. You need to have better understanding of projects. You are dealing with something that is extremely volatile. unless you're making this money through OnlyFans or through casinos. You should be a bit more respectful towards it and a bit more careful with it. Okay, there are other comments. Do you think Fartcoin would still be relevant in last quarter of 2025? Andy, you have purchased my book. I have a chapter in my book which is Fartcoin versus TIA. I've done a comparative analysis on the in that chapter, and I have defended Fartcoin. So go and read that chapter. You're going to have a book. You're going to have some really good time with that. I've analyzed Fartcoin in depth over there. So buy that book. I mean, you have already purchased that book. That's why I'm actually saying it. I saw that you shared it. With hodls in VIP, can we still buy all the CMPs rather than DCA? Many are lower than initial CMPs still now. Yeah, if it is still a open hodl coin and I haven't closed it, yes. A good example of that would be GPU. And that's pretty much it. Hamster is not going towards its last order that we have on it. My buy order is still sitting there. Hamster is just being an ass, is not going there. But GPU is a VIP hodl. That's a living example of it. It's below our entries. It's worth going after. Okay. And if you guys are wondering, I keep talking about the book. That is the book. It's yay thick. It came today. It got launched yesterday. So Saturday was the launch, and today is Sunday. It's been 30 hours, I think. Okay. I watch all your videos. You are the best. Thank you, Sally. You are on TikTok. I hope you watch YouTube because on TikTok, I post 1 or 2 videos a day. Sometimes I'm being lazy. I don't even post. TikTok has not been that kind to me. I don't know. Its algorithm is a bit strange. I would be getting more active. I'm going to start doing other stuff. But yeah, YouTube is where you see minimum 6 videos a day there. Did you put out any hodl list on VIP? No, I did not. There is no hodl list. I've shared few coins in VIP, but not a list. How much is your mentorship? My mentorship is if you're taking a class as I bring people together, it's $6,000. The class should be minimum of 2 students to maximum 5 students. I don't take more than 5. And if you are doing one-on-one, where I'm just teaching you alone, then it's $15,000. It's for 6 months. So we have classes every week. I teach you every week, and I give you assignment every week, and then I check your assignment. And I have to hold your hand and spend time with you. That's why I charge a lot for it. That's the unfortunate part, which I'm trying to change with the book. The book only has one thing missing, which is me holding your hand and checking what you're doing. Otherwise, I have been really honest with it, and I have mentioned the process that I use. Okay. Let's see if there are any comments. Yeah. XPL, I made a video on it and I've posted it on TikTok as well. Go and watch it. It's pretty detailed. When I'm covering a coin for the first time, I do talk about its fundamentals. Later on, I stop it. So watch that. So do you think DOT is no good? DOT is good for trading, not for investing. You think altcoin season finally begins in October? No. I think bull run begins, but not altcoin season. What people generally call altcoin season, that is the 2021 style of altcoin season. What you're going to see is the 2024 style of altcoin season. Okay, my God. 49 minutes, 11 minutes to go. Okay, need help. Messages. Not need. I'm just curious why I'm not seeing YouTube comments. What the hell is it? edit, privacy, public, streaming, normal, closed caption, description, everything is there. Nothing is stopping it. This is weird because there are 22 people, no one is commenting. That's impossible. Okay, is perpetual DEX the new narrative and will it take over the sex in long run? I have talked about DEXs for quite some time in 2023, 2024, how DEXs are the future before Esther and everything, before hype and all. If you are someone who is with me from 2023, 2024 at least, I mean, I'm in this space from 2020, at least on videos. Personally, I'm in it from 2016, but 2023, 2024, I talked about it a lot because sexes are good, centralized exchanges, but it has its existing issues, not just because of the perpetual trading, but it's also because of the overall information sharing that they do. People who are concerned about their privacy, I think they would rather like to stay decentralized than centralized. And on top of it, if you're giving them an opportunity like this, then they will. Okay, my guy says people are commenting. Okay, then this software I'm using, Restream, this sucks. Last time I was not able to see the comments from TikTok. I figured that out. Now it's not showing me comments on Facebook and YouTube. I do apologize to you guys. Believe me, it's not my fault. I will figure it out next time what went wrong. I clicked on chat, it's not showing me. I can show it to you guys as well. You see, it says, oh, now it's showing, but it's showing it to you guys, not to me. Huh. Could you comment on Alpine coin? Please talk about ABT BTC update. I talked about BTC and Dodo both as well. Okay, so people are commenting. I just asked them to join chat room and ask here. Thank you for doing that, brother. Okay, Dex's question I have answered, and they are the future. They are here to stay. Dexes and their leverages are not going to go away. They're going to eat a piece from sexes, and it will stay that way. The reason for it is very simple. People people want to do some stuff that is not allowed. Like for example, when we talk about Europe, I don't know if you guys have done forex. When I used to do forex, Europe was really limiting. When I would use something that was a forex exchange from Europe, they wouldn't give me crazy leverages. I think they had a limit of 150x or 200x, but I was used to using a leverage of 1000x, 500x. So European forex exchanges, they were really horrible for me. When it comes to sexes in when I say sex, I'm not talking about the human sex, I'm talking about centralized exchanges. When we talk about centralized exchanges in Europe, they don't have derivatives in multiple countries at the same time. Even if they do, they are limiting. Same thing applies to Coinbase and so many other exchanges in US. So DEX is really liberating. It's not at least reporting you right now to your government. So until and unless they start reporting, it's a pretty free space. So yes, DEXs are here to stay. How much is your mentorship? We talked about that. Your thoughts on HBAR? HBAR is a good project. It's a slow mover, just like XLM. It's a decent project. I think XLM, HBAR, and XDC, they're good projects. They are making progress. They are slow. They will take the time. And to be very frank with you, I think we should give HBAR a little bit of room. It pumped from 4 cents to 40 cents in 1 month. So I think HBAR has pretty much done what it was supposed to do. It's just that people have missed out on it. It has done a 10x. What more do you want? It has done better than our famous project XRP. But Now, if you want H bar to do again a 10x, it's not going to be like that. You need to understand that market doesn't care about how you feel, and market will not adjust just because you missed out on it, or you were busy, or you are a frog that only comes out when it rains, which is basically market is green. You need to be there in the market when days are horrible. You cannot just go away. If you're going to stick around, then as they say that if you stick around a barber shop, eventually you are going to get a haircut. Okay. Why am I taking this phone again and again? XLM, Pepe. It's a meme coin. The hype was there. The hype is not there anymore. Pepe is more or less like Dodge now, or Shiba. It was cute and good, but Pepe has some crazy whales in it. They hold close to 40% of the supply. Someone asked about Fartcoin. That's not the case scenario with Fartcoin, and that's why I mentioned it in my book, because Fartcoin is different when it comes to manipulation or influence from the whales side. But in Pepe, it's just 10 people who are holding everything, and they're getting rich every time it goes up. And that's why it goes up to 10, $12 billion, then it goes back to $4 billion, is because there are some people that are continuously milking it. Okay, 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. Do you review projects in pre-sale? Yeah, Matt, I used to do a lot of pre-sales, but not anymore, because pre-sales, they have turned into pump and dump. Now I tell people to stay away from pre-sale if it's not on a legitimate platform like Polkastarter, CGPT, if it is launched through Pink Sale or some random stuff, or if it is through their own website, stay the hell away from it. BlockDAG, they have raised 400 million. I think that it's too much money they have raised. You're dealing with pump fund kind of case scenario. Pump fund raised $600 million, and they destroyed every investor, and they couldn't do anything after getting more than $500 million to push the project up. So $400 million raised, that's a red flag. If someone has such kind of crazy pre-sale amount raised, I would stay away from it. And you have so many examples. Look at World Liberty Finance, look at this Pump.fun, and so many others. So no more Fourier cycles. What should we do? I talked about it. Start analyzing every coin separately. Start dealing with it. Those days are gone. Buy in the bear and sell in the bull. Even if you do, like I said, you will not make much. Can you please comment on Alpine? And what do you think? How many days a coin like that pumps normally? Alpine? Okay, let me look at Alpine. Oh, it's 12 a.m. now. This is the time I call my mother. Alpine. F1 team fan token. It's a fan token. Okay. I assume this is from 2021, 2022. Fan token, there are so many fan tokens out there. There's not much. It's all dependent on one thing, and that is, what do you call it? It's the hype. And I think it's recently pumping 244% in 7 days, 900% in 90 days. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And the reason for it is straightforward, because the market cap of this thing was very small. I assume this is on Binance. Yeah, its market cap was $11 million. It was on Binance, and now it's sitting at 128 million. I mean, it's easy peasy. You need to understand that if something is listed on crazy exchanges that are this big and they start going up, It's really easy to push. $11 million, me and my community in VIP can alone push it. I mean, if I come to you guys and I tell you that, look, Alpine is really juicy, really sexy, uh, let's buy as big as we can, and we all start buying, and I start buying it with you, we alone can push it to 2x at least. I mean, and I'm being humble, we can actually do a 3x on it without any marketing or support, unless we see that there are team tokens that they're going to dump on it. But I don't think it has any inflation it left. Oh, there is inflation left. Yeah, so I just need to go and see that if their market makers are going to dump on me if I'm going to push it up. But yeah, it's there's nothing. It's a pump and dump case scenario. Don't fall in love with Alpine. It has done really well because it was a small project, small market cap. There was this another coin that's hippopotamus meme coin. Now people are not talking about it anymore. What was it called? Can someone mention its name? I forgot its name. It was sitting at a small market cap like Alpine, and then it started going up like that. How can I forgot that coin's name? Mudeng. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, Mudeng. Mudeng is a good example. Go and check Mudeng. See what happened to Mudeng, how it pumped, and then how it dumped. It's a good example to learn from. So Mudeng, it's sitting now at $150 million market cap, and it was sitting at market cap of around 110, and then it pumped to higher prices. It started pumping crazy. But anyway, and it's not the only one. There was Peanut and there were others as well. When market cap is small, it's easier to push. Do you see Aster hitting 50 cents before last quarter? I'll treat this as a last question. Okay. Let me see how long Aster has. I have covered this thing's fundamental. You should go and watch that, but I did mention its timeline when this thing is going to, when it will be impossible for Astra to hit its all-time high anymore. Let me check. I cannot put this phone down because I'm talking in Telegram there. Damn it. Oh, I remember. I shared dates. So yeah. Now I remember. I shared dates. I mentioned that we have time till 3rd of October or 16th of October. Now I'm remembering it. So that's 20. And that is because that's when the shit show starts. The selling pressure starts basically. And that's 14. That's 1.7 and 4. 1.7 plus 4, that is this 20.7. That's 20. Yeah. So till 14th of October, or call it 15th of October, Aster will inflate by 28%. 28% is pretty crazy inflation. It's quarter of 100% inflation, and that in such a short span of time is going to introduce some really good amount of selling pressure. And they have done airdrop people, they're going to sell it as well. So I think Asta will stay green just because of the fact that it is last quarter. The timing is really in favor of Asta. That really helps Asta because you're talking about October, November, December. But if that hadn't been the case and they had this kind of inflation, I would have pretty much told you that what you're seeing right now is the top for Asta, and Asta is done. But I can tell you when Asta will not see its all-time high anymore. Just a second. I did that in that video, but I will do it again for you. That's 1.3. And my God, let me first calculate 1.3 on a 20. That's a 6.5. So we just need 12 months. Yeah. So next year, September, next year, October. Next year, October, Asta will be fully inflated by 100%, which means that you would have 100% inflation. In simple language, if Aster is right now sitting at $2, and the required let's say Aster is sitting at $2, it's not. So just to make you understand, it's sitting at 1.94. So let's say it's $2, and market cap is $3 billion, 3.18. So let's call it $3 billion. It doesn't take $3 billion to hit it, but I'm just making it easy for you to understand. Market cap is not actual cash, but still, it took $3 billion to go and hit $2. Next year, in the month of October, it will require $6 billion to hit $2. You need to invest double the money to go and do the exact same thing that it did right now with half of the money. So that is the same thing I have covered in Sue, and people are really wondering why Sue is not doing much and Sue is stuck. It's because Sue is inflated. I don't remember exactly, but I think it's inflated more than 200% now. And that's the same case that will happen to Asta. It will inflate by 100% till next year, October, and you will be done. So to simplify and come back to your question on Asta, if you want to see Asta hitting 50 cents, wait for next year. Before last quarter, that will be a bit difficult. You would need, there is selling pressure. But we need some bad news along with it to see Asta on 50 cents. So some kind of FUD around it. While the sellers push it down, we need some kind of FUD to help us go down and crash. And that can push it to 50 cents before last quarter. That's the only case scenario I can see it being possible. If that is not happening, for it to go naturally down to 50 cents with this kind of hype around it, because you have Mr. Beast and his mother and everyone investing in it, it leads to a lot of retail influence. They think that Mr. Beast is a certified financial analyst, a CFA. So if he's investing, it must be a good decision to buy. So people, they go and buy. So if you are dealing with this kind of hype around a coin, it's madness, and bringing it down to 50 cents becomes difficult because of that. But like I said, with FUD, it is possible. But without FUD, if you want to see it next year, guaranteed. Wait till October, you will see it at 50 cents somewhere down the line. Okay, thank you so much, guys. It was a pleasure speaking with you all. Now I'll take your leave. It's 1 hour, 10 minutes. And take care. To you guys everywhere in this YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Sorry, Facebook and YouTube guys, I couldn't see your comments. Next time I will be, but it happened to